Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. It's week 53, and these are the digs our diggers have for us today. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply head on over to the Patreon page linked in the video description. Now without further ado, let's begin. So to kick things off today, Anton Panetta and Michael Madsen have done a team dig, DOSGAMES /TDOS /3D Tet. So I'm guessing some kind of Tetris thing, probably in wait a minute, Frack? Mandel. Wait, isn't this like, it says, okay, I'm already immediately confused here. So you have an executable called Frack, which would suggest a fractal-based program, especially considering the Mandel.pic underneath, but then there's also a highscores.3D and a readme. I guess we should type the readme. Play this game, you need two files, Frack and Mandel, and an EGA display. Game runs on VGA 2 but doesn't look very good? That doesn't make any sense at all. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, there's no sound. Or is there? Oh wait, there is sound. I just have it on mute. Okay. A game from I didn't have enough time to read that. Rules. The object of this game is very simple. To pack the falling blocks as efficiently as possible. Move and rotate by using those keys. Basically the keys that make up the quad of 9 on the side of the keyboard. On the left side of the keyboard. Drop them with insert, delete, or space. Enter increases the speed. If you dislike beeps, press B. I'm guessing that's the sound toggle. Get more points the faster you are. Okay. So, Simsalabim software? Simsalabim? Something like that. Written by Max Shapiro and Per Berglund. Okay, so we'll do level 1, layer 0, I guess. Okay. Oh, rotation's weird. And it drops instantly. So one thing right off the bat is you can't really see... Yeah, it's hard to tell where you've actually dropped stuff because of the nature of the pieces. Yeah, see, because now I have no idea, like, what's where and everything. I'm already not liking this, but let's give it a try again from interesting high scores. So yeah, it has a Mandelbrot for the background picture. So that's why there was that mandel.pic file. So I guess the trick here is to try and make sure that you don't completely block your view off. But otherwise it's playing pretty much as you would expect. Oh geez. Although it has some pretty massive pieces. Yeah, it's a little hard to figure out where you're dropping things, but it's not that bad once you get used to it. Okay, so I finally cleared a layer there. Oh, then it has to actually redraw the entire thing there. Kind of inefficient, but I guess how else would you do it, right? So yeah, this isn't terrible by any means, but it is a little tricky. I mean, similar games to this would be games like Blockout, where you're actually looking at it from an overhead perspective. And I think there was also an N64 game called Tetris-Sphere, which was kind of like doing the whole 3D Tetris thing. The one fundamental problem with bringing Tetris into 3 dimensions is just Oh, I went up a level, apparently. But yeah, the whole fundamental problem with bringing Tetris into 3 dimensions is just knowing where all of your pieces are going. Since it's easy to lose sight of certain things that you've already put into place. Just from the nature of 3-dimensional, just 3 dimensions in general. Now that doesn't make 3D Tetris games bad. But what it does mean is you have very much less control over recovering from bad situations. But I think by this point you guys get the basic idea. The controls aren't actually that bad. You just have to move back and forth Whoops. I messed that up. You just move pieces back and forth, and then drop them with the spacebar. It's not that bad, but it definitely takes a lot of practice to get used to just... Because, yeah, if I didn't... Right now I'm having to memorize that, how the pieces are back there. Though I guess when it redraws, you can actually see a little bit about what you've done, so that helps too. But yeah, it's not bad, but I've definitely seen it done better. Next up, Scott Percival dug up WINGAMES /comp/typing. Probably some kind of typing game ahead of us, judging by the fairly basic name here. Typing. And we do have a help file. There's also a readme.first. Let's actually just try running the program. Typing practice. And hey, for once somebody actually put the non-resizable border in their program. About. Typing, version 1.0.s. Oh, for Shareware. Brought to you by David Hughes. Why does that name sound familiar? And registration is a mere $2. So that's a very fair registration fee. The question is, what does this program do? Is it worth $2? Well, I guess we'll find out. Created for those new and perhaps not so new users of computers to practice typing. The typing program is simple to use and will not intimidate new computer users. The program will track errors you've made, but it does not keep track of words per minute. Because most new users have problems finding all the keys. Thus finding that any desired key is the object. That's kind of worded weird. Also, not including a feature because you don't expect your potential users to want it is not a good excuse. If you have the ability to put a feature in a program that you feel makes the program better, you probably should do it. So we can actually set it between random lowercase letters, random uppercase letters, random mixed case letters, random words, which I would not call that a word, or random phrases, which actually makes the most sense, because this is what you would generally really be typing, is actual real words, not that. So, do we start? Whoa. Why are my letters and errors going up like crazy when I click this? So I guess start is for when you actually finish typing. So let's see. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. And now start. 69 letters, 0 errors. And it's the only... I thought it's random phrases. Why is it only one phrase? Okay, so there's a couple files that are included with the program, which are used to actually have phrases and words and stuff. And apparently it's saying here that you can edit them with a normal text editor, like Notepad. So I'll need to load up Notepad, which I can certainly do if I just click the right icons. Okay. Accessories, Notepad. And do we have drag and drop yet in this? Because I don't know when drag and drop was added as a normal thing. Okay, we can do that. So here are, okay, so that one phrase right at the top here, or that one word, quote unquote, is the only one showing up. But there's all these other words in here which aren't coming up? What about the phrases? Yeah, it's that's weird. It's almost like there's something wrong with the random number generator or something. Yeah, this is saying that it would search the files and select them at random, so there must be something wrong with the random number generator or something. Also, this one, that's totally unfair. The letter I and the small letter L look identical. So how are you supposed to know if that's a capital I or a small L? And now it does keep track of the errors you made as well, which is kind of interesting. And it has a 2 icon thing, which just minimizes it. I guess not everybody knew the term minimize back then. So yeah, if not for the fact that the random words and phrases thing was malfunctioning, it wouldn't be that bad a program, especially for Excuse me, especially for $2, but the fact that these functions right here are not working properly, I don't know. Unless there's actually something wrong with this iteration of it. It has these bin files here. I don't know. Let me just take a quick peek inside those. That's totally binary, so that's not anything useful. So yeah, it's hard to say whether or not this program would be that decent. Like, I mean, the guy was only asking $2 for it, but the thing is, the random words and the random phrases features are not working properly. So, if it was working properly, then I guess it would be a fair program for practicing typing, but not in this state. Now, before we get to Spree's successful dig, he actually had a failed one. DOSGAMES /PD1 /bust. And I'm kind of sad this one failed, because this one looked like it might have been interesting. So let's just go into it and see what we end up with. An important file is missing. This program cannot continue without it. Well, that doesn't help. Okay, so I looked up the details. It's actually a crossword puzzle program called Puzzle Buster, which is designed to both solve crossword puzzles and create them. But, unfortunately, well, as you can just put it in again, it doesn't work. So, clearly this program wasn't copied properly. I don't know what's wrong with it or what file is missing. I've looked through the README. Apparently this is a Shareware version. It's $35 to register, but if the program's as powerful as this README is making it look to be, then that's pretty impressive then. Unless I have to, like, add the, add something to it, like samp1.puzz, or... No, that doesn't do anything. So yeah, I can't figure out what's wrong with this, so failed dig, but it looks like it would have been a pretty powerful program if it was working properly. Spree's successful dig is DOSGAMES /PD1 /HBang2. For some reason, my mind first went to headbanging. H-bang? Headbanging? I don't know. I'm pretty short README. Let's type in and see what we end up with here. Something from a company called Progressive Products. Well, it didn't say anything about... Well, there's an order form, but... Anyways, let's actually run it and see what we end up with. HBang2. Oh, there's ad-lib music. It's actually kind of quiet, so I'm going to turn it up a little here. Okay. So, Progressive Products presents The Headbanger, Series Number 2, Leaping Puzzle Game. Shareware version, copyright 94. Okay. So, let's see, difficulty... We can leave it on hard. I guess we can turn sound off. About. Leaping Puzzle Game, unregistered version 1.0. Copyright Progressive Products. Programmed by Alan Knight. Graphics by Tim Ames. Please register. Okay. Picture. So is this like a picture puzzle game of some sort? Probably. So we've got a shells picture, a seeds picture, a melon picture, which looks pretty disturbing, even though it's clearly a watermelon, and a bricks picture. Okay then. Let's do the shells. Difficulty, hard, go. Yeah, it's a sliding tile puzzle game. This would actually be really... oh, jeez. Well, at least it works properly. You just click on pick piece and it shifts it. Oh, geez, imagine trying to do this one with the bricks. That would be insane. So let me actually see what the other difficulties are like. So easy difficulty is just 3 pieces. And mind-boggling is 5. Okay, so that makes sense. Oh, I just noticed that the borders, you can actually see sort of the edges of the borders, so that can sort of give you a hint as to which pieces go where. So let's actually give a try to the hard difficulty here. There's no reason why I can't do this. Although the border seems smaller on the hard difficulty for whatever reason. Oh, hang on! I just noticed something interesting here. This is not a sliding puzzle game. Not in the traditional sense, anyways. You can move any piece on the board to whichever piece is the blank one. That's interesting. Also, I accidentally just found out those two. Or at least that those are like that. So that actually simplifies things a little then. So I actually think, yeah, that goes up there. So this is actually a lot more doable since you're not having to slide everything. I think I recognize this music. Yep. Oh, we got Tetris music going. Well, I know it's not actually from Tetris. I don't know the actual name of this song. I know it's from Russia. You know, I get the impression that it's possible that the piece that's missing is also random because I can't figure out what should be going here. It doesn't seem like any of these pieces really fit that spot. Oh wait, never mind, I found the piece that's actually supposed to go there. And I think I've got it. Almost. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. Whoa, that's like virtually impossible to read. Okay, if I slow the cycles down, I can move it. See it here. So total moves 99, total views 0. Oh, so it actually tracks how many times you look at the completed picture too. Doesn't seem to give a general score based on that, so I guess it's just a matter of trying to see how fast you can do it, or how few moves you can do it, I should say. And it thanks you. Well, fair enough. So I'm gonna guess that probably the full version probably has like more pictures or something. Or maybe not, but yeah, that's a pretty basic puzzle game. Does what it's supposed to do, controls well. Yeah, no complaints really.